What's up, people? It is Tuesday, August, whatever the heck day is it, August? I think it's the 6th. 4:02 p.m. is the time, and temperature-wise, it's kind of a chilly 19 or 20 degrees Celsius. And I just felt a few light raindrops. I was going to live stream this morning that video, that boat tour through Ghent. I was just going to post this afternoon as one of those rare late afternoon videos, but I woke up and the forecast said it was going to be raining, so I went ahead and flip-flopped my plans. So instead we're live streaming in the afternoon, and I see Vivian Johnson here, Sheena Roberts, Craig O'Connor, Mary W, Dean Mussolino, Nightbot, Philip, Jeanette Morales, the happy-go-lucky one, Daniel Barry, Sports Highlights, Marge, Fluffy Bunny, Martin Waite, Harjot, John Burke, Zach McNally. That's everyone who has commented so far, and of course Brett Mallon. And there I am. My hair, can't really see how it's looking, or do I really care? Flick Hunter in the chat as well. Land Devil says, "Hey Johnny, I was watching your videos from Jamaica and now I'm in Canada. It's a great feeling. Welcome to Canada." Cam is here, Billy T is here, Novelle Koss is here, saying I got the date correct. That's funny. I was editing a video this afternoon where I did not get the date correct. And I didn't catch it on my first edit. I had to go back and like re-render it, which is good because I also found a part where I coughed pretty loudly. So I got to remove that as well. I just sliced it out of the audio. Eva's here, Helen, Mary W, I like to walk. So I thought for this one, we're only going to go till about 6 p.m. or so. That's still like 2 hours. I don't really know, but that's what I'm targeting. But we're going to head down Dundas Street West. Yes, down Dundas Street West, one of the oddities of Dundas. And then that'll turn into Roncesvalles Avenue. And we'll keep going south down Roncesvalles. And then we'll go through Parkdale, and then I'll probably just head into downtown, whether that's on College, Dundas, Queen, or King, who knows. It's been a while since I've been this way. There's a 504 King Distillery streetcar. Get ready to pull into Dundas West Station as we are heading towards the intersection with an incredibly ugly trio of buildings. Ooh. It's nice to not be sweating my, well, you know what off. This cool weather is a much needed reprieve from all the heat we've been getting. I welcome it. I guess I have to take a new thumbnail picture for this live stream, but there is my vote for ugliest building in the city. Retail, main floor, a few stories of office, and then an apartment building perched on top of that. What? And we are live streaming today with the DJI Pocket 3. And your audio should be in stereo. I'm using the onboard microphones rather than a wireless microphone. There's the Giraffe Building. That'll be slated for redevelopment. And there's an apartment complex that does not have a very good reputation. And the only not hideous building at this intersection, just a school. Gaby's here. Eugenate says just back from a trip to Ottawa for a week. Awesome. How was Ottawa? Thank you, Mary W. You know, I've got the itch to plan a new trip. Maybe we'll be going to a land far, far away sooner than later. Stay tuned for that on the channel. Could be as early as the end of this month. It's a little bit windy, but that is very welcome. Do not tailgate. All right. I won't bring my barbecue and have a bunch of drinks before a football game in front of your store. No worries about that. But if you're wondering where we are, we're on the west end of town, west of downtown, just south of Dundas West Station, heading into Roncesvalles. It's a great neighborhood, and that leads into Parkdale. And then we're just going to go east. I don't know the plan, but we'll do Dundas and probably Queen Street West through Parkdale. And thank you for gifting a channel membership in the morning, Evan, during the premiere. And there's a store I've been to, Plant for Soul. I've actually made a purchase from that store. They don't have anything set up outside today. It's a very neat plant shop. Evan is still on at morning time. You know, I feel like all I did today was get out of bed, have a smoothie, make a coffee. I edited the last 2 London videos that I have. There's still one more, the trip from the Elizabeth line into Heathrow and then flying to Toronto. That video is going to be a PITA to edit. Then I watched Canada get spanked by France. Well, France and the referees. That was probably the most biased officiating I've ever seen in my life. If Canada sneezed, they'd get the whistle. Meanwhile, France was just throwing elbows, barreling over guys. No calls. Balls were bouncing off French players, and they were giving them possession. It's amazing Canada didn't lose by 30, but after that, I planned to come out. Maybe I'll try to snag that new thumbnail now. Just give me a sec. I'm gonna wait for this. I guess we're not going to wait for the streetcar to go by. And we are no longer on Dundas Street West. Rama Kanata, 500 Japanese yen. Arigato, thank you so much for the 500 yen. Much appreciated. Who says he wishes the Raptors win next season? I think all the Toronto sports teams are getting what's known as Toronto sports team syndrome. The Maple Leafs permanently have that condition, but it's infected the FC. I don't think the Argos are so hot right now. And of course the Jays and Raptors definitely have that bug. Evan says you can't tell from the sky if it's going to rain or not. I think it's probably going to rain a little bit. There's like a 30% chance. One sec, guys, just handling one thing here. But thank you again so much for the super chat. Just a friendly reminder, while I'm fiddling with my phone, getting the new thumbnail on the stream. That's something YouTube has really made a pain in the ass to do from mobile, is changing the thumbnail. I don't like that. I'm just using this fake AI one. But just a friendly reminder to like, subscribe, hit the bell, do all the things. It is much appreciated. Let's get this non-authentic thumbnail I made with an AI image generator out of here. I actually just typed Parkdale, Toronto into it. There we go. That should take care of that. Sorry, I'll take a peek at the chat again, see what I missed. Greg says Leafs won the year you were born. About time they won again. Think of all the franchises that have come into the league and won since the Leafs last won. Some winning multiple times. D. Mussolino, 1999. You're living in Roncesvalles?
Yes.
Awesome. Hey, just before I don't forget, D. Mussolino, thank you so much for the 1999 and the super chat. Sorry that it cut out. Let me see if we get the connection back. Sorry, would people in the chat know you by name?
I don't think so.
No? Just I can't believe that happened. Like, my bell literally just dropped the whole connection. But we seem to be back. We lost several hundred viewers, but Sheena Roberts says hi. Devin says hi. And what would your name be?
It'll be Tony, T-O-N-Y.
Tony. We met Tony from Roncesvalles. Awesome. Well,
right.
It was nice to meet you.
Hopefully I'll see you around.
Yeah, sure. I'll be back for sure. Yep. All right, Tony, take care.
Yeah, hopefully I'll see you at the Polish Festival.
Oh, yeah.
That's for next month.
Yep. All of... and that happens the same weekend as the Ukrainian festival in Bloor. So
It should be on the 15th and the 14th, the second weekend for September.
Awesome. I'll probably come through.
All right, bye-bye.
Take care. Thank you. Okay, so Belle keeps dying on me here. So what I have done is I have switched this over to the Rogers network. Literally on my iPhone, where it says 5G and connection, that would completely disappear and turn to SOS, and we would lose the connection. It happened twice over the past few minutes, and it happened to me last night actually. There was a period last night where I completely lost my fiber optic at home. So I don't know if Bell is having issues or if they just hate me, but we are doing this stream now through Rogers. I'm hotspotting for my S24 Ultra, and I'm just using Bell for the chat, but we'll keep an eye on if the connection disappears again or not. Sorry about that. But hopefully this holds up and works. Camp says for Shane Bell, but D. Mussolino, thank you so much for the 1999. I think I've thanked you 3 times now. But, you know, the damn stream died, so thank you, D. Mussolino. And we met a friendly viewer back there, Tony. It was nice to meet Tony. lives in the area. He's quite enthusiastic about this great neighborhood, Roncesvalles. Let's invoke the crosswalk. Whoa! Nice driving there. Excellent. That was one of those ones where the driver just looked the other way. He knew he was probably getting a dirty look. Look at this shop. Avenue Daughter. So thanks again, guys. Sorry about the disconnection, but I'll let you guys know if Bell decides to cut out again. P. Ward says, hi Johnny, just got back from London, England. Followed some of my footsteps, really enjoyed, glad to be back. London is quite the town, isn't it? As they might say. Probably not. Camp says the Toronto drivers miss me. Well, I missed you guys, and I miss doing this. I'll be making more of an effort on future travels to do more live streams. Maybe a little less pre-recorded videos, more live streams. But we are here in Roncesvalles. How is Charlie? I have no idea. I haven't seen him in a while. Scott, I would say it has cooled off considerably. Patricia says, hi Johnny, you go soon to my neighborhood, Parkdale on Roncesvalles at Queen. I look forward to getting there. We're probably about 15 minutes away from there, Patricia. Greg asking if I've traveled across the US by plane, but not on this channel. But the trip I have in mind is going to be over an ocean. Don't worry, I'm going to be doing plenty of Toronto content throughout August. Plenty of streams. We'll do the CNE, I'll live stream it. We'll do an opening day walk. I think I'll go back and do like an evening or nighttime walk through the CNE again. I'm going to try to hit the islands. Another Story bookshop.
I don't care.
.504.
This way, guys.
504 King. Stace Rose Gotts is here. Josephine says, avoid tornadoes. That might make for some interesting content, though. There's Bark Smokehouse. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the place where you don't tip. Welcome. This means the price shown on the menu is the full price outside of taxes. No tip or hospitality fee will be added at the end of your meal. The minimum wage at Bark is above the Toronto rate calculated by the Ontario Living Wage Network. Our cost of fairly compensating staff, including extended health benefits, was now fully factored into our menu price. Any gratuity is appreciated but unnecessary. Can every other restaurant on the planet please take after this one and implement that? Tipping is just such a stupid ordeal. Waiters pretending to be nice so they can get money, just, it's such a dog and pony show. Pay people properly and let me choose to go back or not based on my experience. Jelly Bean is here. I guess you got your hair dyed. Oh, hello. Hi, would I know you in the chat?
No, I was just on YouTube.
Do you want to be on chat on stream? No, I'll keep the camera that way. Well, nice to meet you. Cheers. Oh, look at that Lexus right through the crossing as that lady was crossing. I bet if you set up like a streaming camera here or just any cam and recorded it, you would catch that all day long. Falcom Scott says hit that like and subscribe button for Johnny Strides. Thank you, Falcom Scott. Cam says that viewer was shy. Well, not everyone wants to have the camera pointed right at them. I always ask people, if you happen to be in the background and I pass you, so be it. But if you're stopping to talk, I understand why some people might not want it pointed right at them. Mike Landry says some people pay $30 for a haircut at the barber, then tip $20. I think that's a little bit different. I don't mind tipping that. But restaurants, I don't know. It just rubs me the wrong way. I still do. I just hit 18% without thinking, which is really closer to 20. Arjat asking how my day is going. It is good. Nani says, how would you rate your trip to the UK relative to your other international trips? Hard comparison. Yeah, it's very hard because, for instance, when I go to Thailand, there's always like that beach and hotel pool relaxing element. City vacations are completely different animals. And I stayed in like a relatively small hotel that you just want to wake up and go hit the pavement and not really come back until it's time to sleep. Whereas other trips I tend to stay in like much nicer, more comfortable hotels because they're way cheaper. But I'd say London might be my favorite European city that I visited recently. That would include Amsterdam, Paris, Brussels, Barcelona. I guess you could throw Ghent in there. I don't know, maybe Paris edges it out, but it's a phenomenal city. All those places are excellent and worth visiting. Falcom needs to try Burrito Boys when you visit. If you visit Falcom, you have to make an appearance on the channel. Cynthia says Paris has the #1 slot for you. For me, of all the cities I've ever been to, I think my number one is Tokyo, just because it is so big and so endless. And even on a night of no sleep or severe jet lag, there's such an energy to it. I just love being there. But yeah, it's very, very different from European cities. Greg says today tips are taxed. They never used to be. But we've cracked 300 viewers despite losing connection earlier. I restarted my iPhone 15 Pro here, so maybe that is helping. Maybe the phone was the reason why the bell connection kept crapping out. Malcolm says Tokyo is bloody amazing with 14 million people. Yeah, the only city I've been to that really compares in terms of like the size and scale and the sheer amount of just stuff and people is Seoul. Nothing else is on the same level as those two that I've been to. But if I had an accountant, I'm sure he'd tell me, or she would tell me, just go to Bangkok. You'll spend like a fifth of what you would at those other cities. That's one reason why you see so many YouTubers and digital nomads going there so often. Jellybean says good plant stores here. We already passed by one excellent one. And there was another really, really good one we didn't quite catch, but had I have turned left on Dundas Street West, we would have saw. Marion G asking if I've been to Singapore. No, I'd like to. I have not been to Singapore or Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur. Those are cities on the radar. There's a lot of places I've been to, but haven't been to with my camera. Bali is one of them I'd like to go back to and bring the camera. The Philippines might be neat, going back to Boracay, maybe Palawan. So we're getting towards the south end of Roncesvalles. Crikey is here. Try Sri Lanka. I've heard good things. Cam likes Greece, Malta, or Croatia, all places I've never been to. I think for Europe, Prague might be the next one on my radar. But we'll have to see.
Yeah, well, taking it off is tough.
Johnny, I wish you could go to Austria, Prague, Vienna. But here's a great place to go, this one. And specifically this neighborhood. All this talk about other places, but we are in Toronto.
And that space and being able to do that.
Claudia is seeing the Shrek musical tomorrow. Awesome, I hope you enjoy it. This is Galley Avenue. I wish you could do that too, Devin. I don't know if I'd accept all those tickets, but I'm sure I'd take you up on that offer on a few of them. With the markets being so down, if they continue to go down, it might be a better idea just to put money there rather than in the plane tickets. But you gotta live. Lou and Mrs. Toronto Cam asking what's for dinner. I don't know, maybe a poke bowl. Maybe I'll pick one up in my neighborhood on the way back. I thought this was a plant shop. It is a cleaning shop. Gertej went to see the Terminator in Vaughan yesterday. There's a sentence I didn't think I'd ever hear. Hope you enjoyed it. $5 kombucha specials. Yeah, Lou, Quebec City is certainly quite beautiful. Haven't been camera in hand. Been to Montreal a few times. Recording for the channel. Yeah, they did a little bit crikey, but some things are still way down. Oh well. I think the best time to load up is when things are down. Everyone was panicking during the pandemic. I was sitting there thinking, I'll take these juicy priced ETFs. Everything went up higher than it ever was, so I guess maybe I just got lucky. Where are these McDonald's $5 meal deals? I don't know, Carl. Marianne G's never been to the Maritimes. I went as a kid. I've never been as an adult. That would have been a thumbnail material. Picture the streetcar rolling in with people starting to step out.
504A, K, to Dundas Station.
Cynthia says, so much good food in Toronto. You can't wait to visit? Indeed. Yeah, Evan, I don't know. I get the feeling everyone who goes to China and films there is doing so under a very watchful eye. And one that's probably been bribed into making a certain kind of content. It's always fishy when people go there and the videos are nothing but glowingly positive about every little thing. Fever's Vintage. Service with a smile. Sometimes. Jellybean says the bleach is burning your head.
Don't worry. Yeah, I got it here.
Probably true, Arian. Just had someone walking on my heels. I thought I'd slow down and let them pass. But we are at the point where Roncesvalles becomes Parkdale. There's a very interesting intersection coming up because it's a four-way intersection, but each of the 4 different streets has a different name. For instance, this is Roncesvalles Avenue, but on the south side is the western terminus of King Street West. And on the west side is the Queensway. And on the east side is Queen Street West. There's a Howard Johnson Inn. I wonder what the TripAdvisor reviews are like for that place. The old Hojo in Parkdale. Looks like a little variety store just here on the left that I went into once. I was waiting for a streetcar that was actually never coming because the TTC don't know what they're doing. And I was waiting with a bunch of people. And I was starving. I ran in and got a chocolate bar, but I don't know if it's still there. I don't think I saw it just now. But there's where perhaps we'll find Mr. Continuum, Burrito Boys. There's a McDonald's. Just to the south of here is Lake Ontario. And just south of that little park there is a rail corridor. And beyond that, the Gardner Expressway. Well, welcome to the main drag in Parkdale. Similar vibe to Bethnal Green in London. Replace the streetcars with double-decker buses. I'd say maybe make the buildings a little older, but these ones here are plenty old. Devin says 2.7 stars. The bathroom door cannot open all the way as it hits the bathroom sink. I think the window air conditioner was most likely from the late 70s. Thanks for looking that up, Devin. I wonder how much a night there will set you back at the old Parkdale Hojo. There's an art space. Parkdale Hall event space, book now. Jellybean says Fillmore's is better. Jellybean requested, or I guess is asking that I follow up on an idea of doing a video through there. I don't think I could actually spend the night. Seems very bed buggy. I don't think we have to worry about them launching a lawsuit against me for saying that. Just my opinion. Bond Girl Hair. The Bee and Beacon Room. There's a lot of like really divey slash hipstery spots in Parkdale. There's Gus Tacos. Oh, I forgot to point out the Review Cinema when I walked by. I think that happened right when I was having problems with Bell. There's a shoe, not on its sole. I remember one live stream last year. I popped into Mavericks here. It had a pretty damn good, if not expensive, donut. I'm wearing the same shoes I usually do. The Zero HFS 2s. Zero spelled with an X. CC's Pizza. Empty space. Malcolm loving donuts so much, and we are at Sororan Avenue.
That's really clear.
Let's wait for the light to change. And fortunate we've not been rained on yet. I brought the backpack instead of the cross body bag just so I could have an umbrella with me just in case. We've been streaming for a little over 45 minutes, I think. Oh, I think we're having some Rogers connection problems. Let's see if this sorts itself out. Let's just keep moving through here. $28-day kickstart for $199. Kickstart what exactly? What's my opinion on jelly donuts? I'm not really a fan. Who says, wish to run into you, Johnny Live? You're a trucker? Well, hopefully not in your truck. That might not end well for me. Usually people are on the wrong side of things when they get run into by a truck. Oh, look at this plant shop. Sopa means fresh. Oh, it's not a plant shop. It's like a fresh produce kind of place. We are approaching Fuller Avenue. Sampa Tibetan restaurant. There's a lot of Tibetan presence in this neighborhood. There's the Himalayan kitchen. Loga's Corner is coming up just on the other side of the street. Got some Tibetan momo. Angel Moose says, I hope to see you in Toronto. Well, there's always one way to find me. Wait till I'm streaming and track me down. Greetings, Trish Colbert. Fusion cuisine. There's the Momo Cafe. This is McDonald Avenue coming up. This new Dollarama in Parkdale. I think it used to be located just further east of here on the other side of the road. That's interesting. There's Jameson Avenue and Jameson Collegiate is just on the left, a school with more students of Tibetan heritage than anything else. Kim had A&W today, sweet potato fries, and they hit the spot. Awesome. I pronounced your name correctly. Do I win a prize? So if you're just tuning in, we are going east along Queen Street West. We're in Parkdale. Started at Dundas and Bloor and went south through Roncesvalles. It's kind of a lively time to be out. There's a 504 King Street car, as I believe King Street just south of here has a lot of construction on it, so the streetcars have been diverted up to Queen, and Loga's Corner is just over there. An awesome momo spot. Lee, yes, we are live, as you say. Yeah, and happy Tuesday to everyone. Or for a lot of people in this country, the first work week day. As yesterday was a civic holiday. Not everyone had it off, of course. Skateboarder over there was giving some people a piece of his mind.
Hey, Johnny.
Oh, hello.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Nice to meet you.
Do you want to be on stream?
Yeah.
Hey, we ran into a viewer.
Nice meeting you. I'm Mary.
Mary from, would we know you in the chat as?
No, but I live here in the neighborhood.
Awesome. You live in an awesome neighborhood.
I live on Jameson.
Awesome.
Yeah, 10 years and 20 years in the neighborhood. 10 years on Jameson.
Wow, you like it?
Best area, you know. I'm an artist. You know what I mean?
Oh, this is one of the only spaces where that scene is thriving, right?
It's it fits very well for an artist like me. So yeah, you know. And I'm from shopping, so I was watching you, and I'm just walking on Queen, and I just bumped into the great Johnny Strides, right?
Well, the great artist, Mary.
Thank you so much. Here, take my card. You can contact me for any fashion or beauty services.
So you'll give me a makeover?
Whatever you need. I'm professional.
Do you mind if I show this to viewers?
Oh, of course, of course.
All right, so this is Mary Bella, beauty, fashion, lifestyle. All right.
Been in the business for a long, long time. I'm a former beauty contestant, so that's my background. I now offer, professional services,
right.
beauty, all of that. So,
What do you guys think? I could get some looks maxine?
Not that you need the help, but you know what I mean? For special events, when you go to the red carpet.
That doesn't happen when you're a sub D-list celebrity.
You never know, right?
But
yeah, nice meeting you.
yeah, nice to meet you too. Maybe I'll reach out and get some tips.
Of course, of course. Enjoy the neighborhood, okay?
All right, cheers.
Take care, bye.
All right, bye. That was oh, hello. Another friendly viewer.
It's me, Patricia, when I text you.
Oh, wow. And you're in Toronto.
Yes, well, I live this corner.
Oh, wow.
When I watch the TV, I watch you are my neighbor. Thank you so much.
Well, it's an awesome neighborhood.
You mentioned me when I writing them. Yes, thank you so much.
So you like it here?
Well, it's place to live. Yes, place to live. But I'm involved to all Parkdale organization. Because we are chain everything, the most business.
Yeah.
We have the event Caravana last Sunday.
Yeah, that was a big event. Yeah.
Yes, and the neighborhood. But thank you for being there because just I watch you and you mention me. And
no
then,
problem.
yes, thank you so much for being there because you are in all my walk. all Roncesvalles and around. And okay, I like to take a picture.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Yeah. Wow. Thank you very much. And maybe I send to you next time.
Okay, well, nice to meet you. Take care.
You too.
Awesome.
Take care.
Bye. What are the odds of that? Back to back. Super duper friendly viewers. Mary and Patricia. I think those are her names. I'm absolutely terrible at names, but awesome. There's another Dollarama. It's always nice to have interactions like those, and that was two super positive, fun ones back to back, literally 10 seconds apart. Bill Chow says fans galore. Speaking of Bill Chow, Bill called into the Sunday night Stumble stream. It was nice talking to you a few nights ago, Bill. I know you've been a longtime viewer and supporter. As we continue going west, fortunately, Bell has not reset itself. So if the stream stops or dies again, maybe I'll switch back over to Bell, as that's my primary streaming network. Lee, I am sorry, Lee, I cannot pronounce your last name, but 140 ZAR. Nor can I, nor do I know what currency that is, but thank you so much, Lee. Thank you for the super chat and the support. Can we focus on thank you, Lee. As we continue through Parkdale, oh, there was a place I went to once just over there. Marge says South African Rand. Awesome. Thank you for confirming. Thanks again, Lee. Hey, Craig's Cookies is here. Very hipstery looking sign. And there was a restaurant, I think it was in here, called Miss Ting's. It was like Hawaiian themed. I might be off by a few blocks, but I thought it was in here. And it looks like it is no more. And there is Tilt Arcade Bar. They have had quite the saga, getting basically kicked out and screwed over by their landlord in the annex. And then they moved to Dundas Street West, where there was a fire. They lost a lot of really valuable and some vintage arcade machines, and they've re-emerged here in Parkdale. Good for them. They've got another location on Danforth that goes by the name Z80. That's Ground Control now, a David Bowie theme bar. I did not know that. Speaking of bars, there's the Rhino across the street.
Namatay na lahat ng classmate niyo.
Up and up express train rumbling across the tracks there. We're about to leave Parkdale and we'll be entering West Queen West. JJ was literally here last week. There's some people barbecuing right where the sign says no smoking area. There's Matt's Burger Lab. I've eaten there a number of times in the past. I've ended a live stream eating there, started recording a video from there. There's another Matt's Burger Lab on Adelaide West downtown. Solid burgers, and they often have a special. That's worth checking out. have a walk sign, but that's not dangerous. What an awesome couple of neighborhoods that was, Parkdale and Roncesvalles. And we've met 3 friendly viewers. 1 in Roncy, 2 in Parkdale. Cam says it's Taco Tuesday though. It is, but I am not going to the Danforth. Bill Chow says 100 South African Rand is 10.44 Canadian. Bill Chow, thank you for doing the currency conversion for Lee's Super Chat. There's the old Gladstone Hotel, now under new ownership. We did something quite sad. They ripped out all the unique rooms. Each room was kind of its own bespoke, one-of-a-kind room that had a theme. Apparently it's all generic city now, from what I've heard. It's operated by the same people who operate the Broadview Hotel. They're quite similar properties. They both date back to the 1800s. It's definitely a cool spot. Unfortunately, the Queen streetcar isn't the fastest or most reliable piece of transit to rely on, and you would be relying on it if you stayed in this neighborhood, but I think you could still manage. There's also the 29 Dufferin bus right there. That'll whisk you up to line 2. Welcome to Queen Street West. Let's try our matcha latte. There's Death and Taxes. I've been there. It gets quite busy on a weekend night. Bit of a younger crowd, perhaps a bit young for me, but fun vibes. And speaking of popular hipster hotels, here's the Drake on the left. Derek C. No, I've tuned off of the Jays for the season. Call me a fair weather fan. But hopefully Shapiro and Atkins get the axe. Dodo Doner, D-O-D-O-N-E-R. king slice, Mexican cuisine. This was ranked as one of the coolest neighborhoods in the world, I think. I forget the magazine name. Sushi Momo. There's the Burgers Priest. PG Clucks fried chicken sandwiches. If you live in this neighborhood, you will definitely be eating well. You can say that about a lot of Toronto neighborhoods. The Dog and Bear. It's also an art gallery in that spot. When is the Eglinton Crosstown opening? Who knows? The province keeps telling Metrolinx to shut up about it. I'll probably make some videos when or if it finally opens, if I'm still alive. Probably not. Nothing like a massive public grift. Heritage says, wake me up when Toronto Raptors season starts. I don't think you'll be sleeping for too long there, Heritage. And huge thanks to everyone who has tuned in. I look at my phone, it says we have 416 live viewers at the moment. .416 being one of, or the OG Toronto area code. I rock a couple of 416 numbers and a 647 number. Oh, now it says 427 viewers, the name of a highway that runs up the very west side of town. Am I enjoying the UFC these days? Not so much. The last event was super disappointing. There's Cam H. Getting close to Trinity Bellwoods.
Now, sometimes he's been accused of actually oversimplifying, which is what, but it's also among philosophers.
Hey, I bought a little end table from this store here, Cozy. Well, I had to order it online, but I saw it in person here. Which means we're half a block or so from Ossington Avenue. Thank you, Vivian, for reminding people to like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell. Bill Chow, you were the 181st like. Awesome. Thank you, Bill. Again, I apologize for not having Toronto content for back-to-back days. Rest assured, tomorrow morning's video will be back in Toronto. And then probably Thursday will be overseas. Coming up, there's a Belgium transit video, which is kind of neat. I took the metro as well as a tram, an underground tram, which they call the pre-metro. And then I explored Central Station and went down to the regional train platform. Let's make that. I think it's a pretty neat video. I've got that. I've got a London transit video coming up where I rode the tubes. I think I took the Circle line to the District line or the other way around. And then I got off and I hopped on a double-decker bus and recorded from the top of that from the front. And there's a walk through Shoreditch and Spitalfields. And then the final video from that trip is just the Elizabeth line to Heathrow, then walking through Heathrow, then getting on the plane and getting my ass back to this city. So by this time next week, I think most of those videos will have been published. And then it'll be 100% Toronto for a little while. I'm excited to go cover the CNE later this month. There is a special announcement of sorts, but I'm going to wait closer to the date before I let you guys in on that. I think I'm going to get together with Ken and do a walk together pretty soon. And there's a few people that are local in the city that have not appeared on any of these walking channels I'm looking to make a collab with. Chadon Benny, I don't know how to pronounce that.
Did you see?
I don't know just yet, Greg. We'll have to see. If I do, maybe it'll be on the opening day live stream. All right, Devin, thanks for tuning in. The DJ Labs is what shoes do you wear? I wear what you could call barefoot or minimalist shoes. I'm wearing Zero HFS2 right now. If you told me I had to walk, say, something ridiculous like 50,000 steps all at once without a break, these would be the shoes I would reach for. Trinity Bellwoods Park on the left. Starting to move through West Queen West. Once we get west of Bathurst, it'll just be Queen West. Well, I think the C&E is about the same size. It's definitely pricier. And it's one of those things where everyone's going to say it's not as good as it used to be. But really, I think that's mostly blown out of proportion. It's still a great event and a great time. I think I've been hearing people say that ever since I was a kid. The downer for me was when they switched from Conklin rides to a different ride provider. And that sick Schwarzkopf Doppel looping coaster stopped making an appearance. They also tore down the Flyer. But there's a pretty neat Wild Mouse, a really huge Ferris wheel. I mean, it's still got some big ticket carnival rides. But last year, some knuckleheads stood up on the Polar Express, and that ride made the news for being unsafe. And it got shut down for the rest of the C&E, but that was user error. And there was someone being stupid on a ride at Canada's Wonderland as well not too long ago that caused an accident. This is Gorevale Avenue. So you could say this is neighborhood number 4 of this walk. Roncesvalles, Parkdale, West Queen West. It's more of a BIA, but it exists along Queen West, and now we're in the Trinity Bellwoods neighborhood. But most people would just call this Queen West. Well, actually, we're still in West Queen West. That's still goes on until Bathurst. Greetings, Andy Wood. Hey, look, we have a fire truck responding to something. I think on the last live stream, there was a fire truck responding to someone who looked like they were in dire need of help. We're going into this Shot Bailey Nelson. Maybe it was a false alarm. Greetings, Andy Wood. How can one do a walk with me? I do most of them solo. You can always drop in and say hi on a live stream. I haven't really been doing too many collabs lately, but there's some very interesting people coming up that I've been in touch with. Oh, I'm only at 8,000 steps, most of which are on this walk, as I didn't leave my apartment until I went out to do this stream. Warby Parker, glasses shop. Does it feel like rain? It feels like it's gonna rain, and I've had some light raindrops bounce off my arms at various times. Just waiting for the light to change here. Bernard Friedman says, hello there, you just earned yourself a new subscriber. Love these urban walks. Thank you, Bernard. If you want to be notified when I go live, do hit that bell. I post daily, almost daily, at 9 a.m. EST. And then I'll go live 3-4 times a week. There's no schedule for lives. Alright, thanks for tuning in and being a subscriber. Gustavo says Tecumseh. Yeah, we just walked by it. When I was growing up, I went to a school called Tecumseh out in suburbia. Do I have any corporate sponsorships? No, I usually don't respond to those deals. Had a lot of companies asking me to peddle a discount code offering me a commission for various items. Had VPN companies reach out. There's a lot of scammy ones too, but so far, I think most of the people that do walk tubing videos steer clear of that stuff. If you want to send me an e-bike or an e-scooter, I'll often listen. That's nice to get out and go for a walk. I stayed home all of yesterday. I ordered food to my door. I ended up watching In Bruges before I went to bed. I forgot how hilarious that movie was. I always remembered it as a good movie. But I've got to re-rank it in my mind as like an all-time great movie. There is CB2 across the street. We're about to enter downtown as we've reached Bathurst Street. So goodbye, West Queen West.
No, they met her.
Tej asking how are my feet doing? They're fine. DJ Lab, my email is in the About section, but I generally don't work with sponsors, but I can take a look if it's something that fits. Andy Wood says, In Bruges is a great movie, and on the DVD you can take a river tour.
And they're like,
Must be similar to the river tour I posted today, or canal tour, of the nearby city of Ghent. Ghent and Bruges kind of compete with one another for day trips from Brussels. One of the reasons I didn't make a walking video around Ghent was the city center was basically a massive festival. So it's this gorgeous old, ooh, look at this Dalmatian, no leash. So the city center is this gorgeous old medieval downtown, but everywhere was just concert stages and loud music. My whole video would have been demonetized, or I would have had to have stripped all the music out. So I just decided to enjoy my time in Ghent, and as a compromise, record the boat tour. But I didn't know on the DVD there was a boat tour. Faux 90? That's a fairly new spot. Bad human not having a leash. Yeah, have your dog on a leash. There's a Wendy's. What a gorgeous day for a walk. Nice breeze. Good crowds on the street as the city wakes up from a long weekend. Alright, I think we're gonna at least make it to City Hall. Maybe Dundas Square, I'm not entirely sure. That looks like a good spot for a Chipotle. I'd rather more locally owned business, but I think that would suit that retail space. Bagels on fire. So we're a few blocks away from Spadina. Cam asks, do I have any tattoos? Negative. Here's where the sidewalks can get super crowded with these Uber guys. Especially right around the corner here where the McDonald's is. Made it to Queen and Spadina. I said Squeen. Seeing Tower Shot. This is a tight space on this corner here, thanks to the Ontario Line construction. And a big thank to our mods. I see Marge and Vivian. Sorry if I missed any others. Sheena Roberts, of course. Sheena burning the midnight oil. Thank you, guys. Look at the lineup at Brandy Melville. What the hell is going on here? There's the Rivoli. This is that one size fits all, which is really like petite clothing shop. Look at this. For a store that has a pretty damning documentary series called Brandy Hellville online. I think it was just one documentary actually. All right, we're getting towards Soho Street. Here's where the Black Bull used to be. Soon to be the Score. We're operated by the people who own the Score on King, right at King and Church. It'll be neat to see how that turns out once they move in. They laid a claim to being the oldest bar in the city, but that distinction goes to the Wheat Chief, as the Black Bull wasn't continuously operated as a bar throughout much of its existence. All right, Jeanette, thanks for tuning in. Hope you have a great night.
One of my friends, whatever it is, it's a family.
Angel Moose says this is a great walk tonight. Thank you. It's great to see so many people out on a Tuesday afternoon. Covered some great neighborhoods. There's Mazika. Their location at Yonge and Eglinton on Saturday night at like 11 p.m. was just lined up around the block. Not much of a lineup there now. I guess now's a good time to go. I've been meaning to try it, but every time I walk by the one that opened up near me, looks like it'll take 30 minutes just to get in there. No thanks. There's the Chum building. Blind Man Racing, yeah, it's cooled down considerably. Today is a rather pleasant day. About 19, 20 degrees. There's the guy doing his thing. Come on, play the one song we all know. Come on, we all want to hear that. All right, next major intersection will be University Avenue.
Also, they don't know where.
What about where are Rick the 10th? Yeah, where is Rick at? What about Erica M? Where is she at? She was my favorite growing up. This is St. Patrick Street. North of here you'll find Dundas Street, and you'll be around the corner from St. Patrick's Station. That's actually named after a church.
She went up to her boyfriend's family.
And there's some news for you, Jelly Bean. Starbucks moving in where the Miniso was. It's interesting how Starbucks closed so many locations down during the pandemic. They're still popping up in new ones all the time. They have completely reshuffled their real estate portfolio in Toronto, at least of places that they lease. I don't think they own anything. Cam says, Rick was your favorite? I think the song I remember most from the Much Music days was probably that Len song, Steal My Sunshine. I just remember seeing that music video like 100,000 times. There was also like that How Bizarre song, Drinking in LA, Brand Van 3000. Remember you'd go home from school and you'd just put Much Music on and watch the same music videos over and over. And then MTV discovered trashy reality shows. That was the end of music television. But we're at university and Queen. The light's about to change in a few seconds. I love polka. I don't know much about polka. I did watch The Polka King, starring Jack Black. It was kind of good, actually. That's about the height of my polka knowledge.
I love so. Yeah.
All right, Convocation Hall on the left. We're about to swing through Nathan Phillips Square. Fair to fair, that's correct. Although they filmed that video, if I'm not mistaken, in both Florida and California. I think that scene where they're all riding Vespas, they wanted to get motorbikes. But it was either budget or insurance reasons that they ended up using Vespas in the music video. And they were a brother and sister act, and they didn't really capitalize on their success. I think that song was just an afterthought that kind of blew up and became a bit of an anthem. All right, I'm gonna set my sights on Dundas Square. First, we gotta dodge the super buff, shirtless guy. Successfully dodged. All right, goodbye, Queen Street. Hard to walk past here, camera in hand, without wandering into Nathan Phillips Square. So here we are. New City Hall, the Toronto sign, big public square, beautiful old City Hall straight ahead. bell won't be sounding for 8 minutes. Should we photobomb this lady? All right, Andy Wood, thanks for tuning in. We're just gonna rock on up to Dundas and then pop over to the square. Evan, 20 bucks. Thanks for the fun walk, Johnny, really appreciate it. And I know everyone here does as well. Thank you, Evan. Thank you so much, Evan, for the super chat, the support, and you also gifted a channel membership out this morning during the premiere. Thank you so much, Evan. Glad you enjoyed the walk. I was going to live stream in the morning, but the forecast gave me second thoughts. I didn't think that boat tour video would have been strong enough to be a regular morning upload. I was just going to kind of squeeze it in as an extra in the afternoon. But I got called up to the big leagues this morning. Did I watch the speed walking event at the Olympics? No. I watched Canada get their asses handed to them by France. Well, France and the worst refereeing I've ever seen in my life at a basketball game. And yes, I saw that infamous Lakers-Kings series. Congrats, France, I guess, for some home cooking. No bitterness here, but it's really all the... I watched a few of the 200-meter races today, and that's about it. Marge, remember, for 41 months, Willie Stowo will send you $5 USD if I pronounce his name properly. Willie Stowo? Cyclist with the red light, don't care. Thank you, Marge, for 41 months of membership. We are almost at the square where we'll wrap this up. Cam says stew. Stow with the W being silent. Thanks for the info. Almost at Dundas West. Little Tokyo just to the left. We are going east Matt Man, $2, nice day for a walk. You like that and heart that? And that's your first ever super on a live stream. Thank you, Matt Man, for the $2. You are dead right, it is a nice day. Beautiful day to be in a boot walking. There's Best Buy. That's where I got my OLED TV that was annoying the crap out of me with a notification that wouldn't go away. And there was a software update yesterday that I got pumped out to it. Now that annoying notification has disappeared. We are almost at our destination, young Dundas Square. So we started up at Dundas West Station, walked south through Roncesvalles, and then east through Parkdale, then West Queen West, then just along Queen West at City Hall. We detoured north through Nathan Phillips Square, up Bay Street briefly to Dundas, and now we're hopping over to a place where a lot of people are taking pictures. Eat your heart out, Shibuya. It's the Yonge and Dundas Scramble Crossing. Probably about a 20th of the pedestrian activity. It's still always a neat sight. But here we go. Somehow in a little under 2 hours we made it to young Dundas Square. If you call it by any other name, you may possibly be banned from the channel. Hey, look at that. I think this guy's hoofing it to get these chairs. Yeah, I was about to sit down, but we'll let him have it. I'm the guy that'll race to the empty seat on the subway, and then I see if someone else wants it, I'll pause and be like, all right, you can have it. I don't really need it. Glenn says always and forever at Dundas Square. Indeed. But I want to thank everyone who tuned in. Huge thanks to everyone who sent support, channel members, Patreon supporters, mods, and just all the viewers out there. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell. I apologize for the Bell network. I don't know if it was Bell or if it was my iPhone 15 Pro here that completely dropped the network connection. But I was able to pull out Rogers and save the day, so thanks to Rogers. But thank you so much, guys. There'll be a video tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. EST. A long weekend walk through the city, but there's a very fun vibe right now in the city. I don't know about fun, but a busy one. Anyways, thank you so much, guys. I will catch you in the next one. Yoink!